It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game. Second and a yard. Another run here for Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, right back to Robinson. There he goes again. Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Good blocking, and he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, he's going to be a hard group to beat. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing now is Rattler. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rattler. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And 3rd down coming up. Cousins now. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's 3rd down, and defensively, you think you do a great job taking everybody away. But sometimes you just can't account for the quick little check down to the back and his ability to run in the open field and make people miss. He's able to pick up a huge gain.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Cousins. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Cousins gonna throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down. Cousins to throw. And that is incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter. But that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. You got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through you. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Rattler. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. Here's Rattler. Quick throw here. Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this 1st quarter will come to an end. We are through 1. 10-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Cousins. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. Now, Cousins. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. His 6th touchdown now for the season. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He fumbled the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Robinson. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Willie Gay with the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. On is Koo for the point after. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rattler. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Rattler now back to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's Cousins. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
It is brought in the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons add on to their already sizable lead.
Saints nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll go again here with Kamara. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready?
Back to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. He'll take this in back at the 16. He gets free. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back. 84 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. And now they are starting to pour it on here. All phases going. Add the punt return unit for yet another touchdown.
Some days, Mike, it's just your day, and that's what today is for this team. It just seems everything they're doing, everything they're calling is coming up right. The latest being that punt return to extend this lead. Wow, what a play.
Coup able to add the extra point. And the Falcons stretch things out even further.
Bradley Pinion sets the kickoff.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw taken in. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's gotta be a gotta-have-it best play call. The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's caught right side. It's London. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin with 2 teams that entered the NFL together back in 1995. Carolina playing host to Jacksonville. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the 2nd quarter. It's Bryce Young with a good day throwing it. 3 touchdown passes there. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that 1st half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights from the 1st half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this 2nd half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the 2nd half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Okay, ready? Ready?
On play action, he'll set up. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Brings up third down.
Set, hut.
What can they do here? This is third and forever.
Hut.
Throwing now is Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Here comes a return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will add one more onto their big lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Down.
To throw, it's Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up third down.
Set. Ready.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Saints lining up in punt formation, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. That's taken on this side of midfield. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
He's to the 20. He is in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Next to score, Falcons 54, Saints nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Hunt.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Kamara. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And that's going to get closed up quickly. He'll get only to the 37. Second down and 8. They run over center with Robinson. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They face second down and 7. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On the give, it's Robinson. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
A gain of 5. First down, Falcons.
Now Robinson. And he's got another one. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. He keeps it himself. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A big loss on the play brings up second down.
Ready.
Now Rattler going to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's now third down and 1.
Ready up. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Rattler. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, later in the fourth quarter taking a knee and just putting an end to it. But not this group. They continue to throw the ball and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And he will score again. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to extend the lead.
68, Saints nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Rattler. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready. Set, punt. Ready.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
That's taken in at the 50. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. And here's Bijan. Can't fault the effort. He got him a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Robinson, a first down and more. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Here's Coop for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons are going to extend their lead.
Saints nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
3rd and long.
Ready.
Rattler now back to throw. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. Their perfect season continues, here into the month of December. They continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.